Greetings, YouTube. Happy Saturday. For the second time in about a week, we have an offer to discuss that involves catalysts. As you can see in the bottom left of the screen, we have an advanced catalyst bundle to talk about. Now, I guess it is important to note, because if you don't see this, there may be an important reason why, and that is that you are not at least uncollected or cavalier. Now, we saw a catalyst bundle that was for units, and that was, of course, something that free-to-play players could take advantage of. Now they're doing something that has become quite popular, and that is to limit the sale of 3 for $50 price tags. This would be the equivalent of about 1,500 units, limit 3, or, of course, 4,500 units. So this is $150 potentially, which I just always have to say in these reviews is a crazy amount of money. Like, to the average person, $150, you could go on eBay and you could get a used gaming console system with a crazy amount of games, controllers, back in the day, memory cards, and rumble packs. Some people have told me, probably, I love when you mention rumble packs because it reminds me how little you know about modern gaming. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. It's because it's been since the Nintendo 64 and the GameCube that I purchased a gaming system, because I'm old. We've established that. Okay, so $50 for a Tier 2 Alpha should be the retail price of a Tier 2 Alpha. And so the fact that it doesn't give you a fully formed T2A is very, very confusing. I do not get it. Now, you're going to hear people say, well, Prof, this is because the Tier 5 Basic is really the point of this, and they give you 9,000. Now, while that's true, let's just do the math, right? So this is 1/5 of a Tier 5 Basic Catalyst. 1/5. Which means the price tag for a fully formed, according to this offer, is $250. But that's only 1/2 of what it would take to take a 5-star to rank 5, only 1/3 of what it would take to get a 6-star to rank 2. So that means, based off of the math of this offer, the game is telling you that a great offer is still going to cost you, just for the Tier 5 Basics, $500 worth of Tier 5 Basic Catalyst fragment offers, or if you're talking about a 6-star, $750. And I started off by saying $150 is a lot of money. $500 and $750. Now you're getting in I could probably get a really, really, really cheap car, like dirt cheap, but hey, it's like your first car in high school, or a studio apartment for a month in quite a few cities, or a really decently nice laptop, right? Like, that's for taking a 5-star champion to rank 5. Now, there is more to this than just those two things. You get one 25% greater health boost, which is fine. You know, that certainly will help people, particularly those of you who need boosts in, say, Alliance War. But I really wish that the greater attack and health boost, the champion boost, was part of this, that plus 30% for an hour. And then 200,000 gold. Kabam is being very cheap on the gold once again. It should be a minimum of 500,000 gold or 1 million gold for an Odin's worth of a price. So in the Tier 5 Basic Catalyst Fragment world, I guess this is better than what we've seen, because believe it or not, they used to charge $100 for 9,000, which then would just double every price that I just said for taking a 5-star to rank 5 or a 6-star to rank 2. But at the same time, they're really cheap with the Tier 2 Alphas in this one. And actually, when you remember the Greater Ascendant bundle worth of units this week, that was probably a better gamble for Tier 2 Alphas than this one. So then the question becomes, Prof, what would make this deal an A? Well, first off, I do think that if this was $29.99, this would be the perfect price point for this. $29.99 or $20 less would be in 2019 about where this deal should be. If you're going to charge $50, you're going to need to have at least 36,000 Tier 2 Alpha Catalyst fragments, but ideally, given this is a cash offer and not a unit offer, so free-to-play players can't get this, this is only if you give them your money, I would anticipate a bonus amount of at least about 54,000 Tier 2 Alpha for this time in the game. And keep in mind that we have seen in some of the best offers this year 3 Tier 2 Alpha for $100, or roughly $33 a piece. So to go from $33 a piece to $50 for not even a fully formed is tragic. And then the Tier 5 basic Catalyst fragments, while I realize this is still one of the, if not the most rare item in the game next to Tier 5 class Catalyst fragment crystals, I just can't continue to endorse that's going to cost that much money in the stage of this game to take a 5-star to rank 5. This is also going back to the idea that when they rebalance a champion like Cole, even if they just take him to 5% down from what he was, that still doesn't account for all of the times that you as the consumer buy a deal like this, anticipating that you're going to take that Cole to rank 5, and you don't receive any of the refunds or, cash back for when they mess with your champions. And that needs to be taken into account far more than just even if they offer the very, very rare opportunity of rank down tickets, because you don't get the Awakening Gem back, you don't get the Signature Stones back. You're just kind of screwed and left feeling like you got mugged, because in a way you really kind of did get mugged. So I'm going to give this offer a generous C- grade today. I think that it is something that should be $20 less, or should include far more Tier 2 Alpha Catalyst fragments, and ideally, maybe someday we'll get to a point where there could be 15,000 Tier 5 basic, and that way it's quote-unquote only $150 for a Tier 5 basic, or if you bought the limit of 3, you'd actually get a fully formed. But until then, they're just going to continue to put out this price tag because apparently plenty of people buy it, and so they have no motivation to give a better deal. So the only way that you can really speak to Kabam is through your wallet by not purchasing something, and that's what I would recommend on this Saturday, to not purchase this. Anyhow, thank you, YouTube, for watching, and I hope that this video informs you of what I at least think is the wise decision for today's offer. And as always, thank you for watching and supporting my Marvel Contest of Champions YouTube channel. Have a wonderful weekend.